What's up guys? Today I'm here at Dell's Power Sports in Grain Valley, and today I'm at their Honda store. So last week we were at their other store, one of their main stores where they carry their Kawasaki and a lot of their used inventory and KTM and stuff like that. And we had the opportunity to ride a 2026 Kawasaki ZX-10R. Now today we're at a new location and a new bike. This is the 2025 Honda CB750, and today I have the opportunity of riding this bike, giving you guys a breakdown and just a first-hand ride experience. Other than that though, I'm gonna keep this pretty quick and to the point. I'm gonna give you guys a bike breakdown here in a little bit after I actually ride the bike for a second. But before we get on the road, let's go check out the inventory they have here at their Honda store. Alright guys, we are all geared up, ready to go, and sitting in front of the Honda store right here is the CB750. Now like I said, I'm not going to do a breakdown on this bike yet until we get to the first location where I can stop after riding it for a second and give you guys a little breakdown and talk about the bike after having some first-hand experience under my belt. So we got the boots on, we got the gloves on, and these are brand new gloves. Shout out Indigo at the other store. He just came by and hooked me up with a brand new pair of Alpine Stars because these are the pairs I run. I have white, so I'm gonna have to get another white pair, but he hooked me up with black in the meantime, so we're looking good. Gotta look good on the bike, blacked out, matching the bike. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started up. The key is in it, and I'm gonna give you guys a first-hand look of a 2025 Honda CB750. Let's go ahead and start this thing up. Pretty quiet. Obviously it's a stock exhaust, but this thing is about to be fun. The front end on this thing looks so aggressive, I'm not gonna lie. For being like a little 750 naked sport bike, this front end looks absolutely fantastic. It's one of my favorite things. It has LEDs up front, it has quick shift, it has auto blip, it has traction control, ABS wheelie control, all that good stuff. It is a 750cc naked sport bike available here in the United States. This was originally available in Europe because it was a European bike. It gained a lot of traction and a lot of favor out there, and they brought it to the US. This is the 25. They're coming out with the 26 with the E-clutch on it. This one does not have the E-clutch. The 26 has different colorways available. For the 25 models, they have black, they have white and red. As you can see, we have our fuel gauge, we have our gear indicator, quick shift, total miles. Look at that, 0 miles on this thing. Oh my god. Alright, well, it goes into gear fairly smooth, and it feels really smooth, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, this bike feels really good. We're gonna ride this bike up to Quick Trip. I'm gonna grab a Red Bull, and then we're gonna take this bike back out where I can show you guys what it's like on the streets and my thoughts. Torquey. We got the Ice Vanilla Berry Red Bull. Red Bull, please sponsor me. We're gonna get on this thing, give you guys a ride breakdown, ride to another scenic spot, get some photos. Okay. Oh, that's sick. Alright, you ready? Let's get it, baby. Alright, let's take this bike out, have some fun for a sec. You can tell it's a little torquey. That's just off first gear, just kind of cracking the throttle. It wants to move. Something kicked in to kill it. I think it was the ABS. This thing feels really nimble though. Like, I feel like I can just turn the handlebars, and that's exactly where I'm going. With the quick shift and the auto blip too, dude, this bike's nice. You can just Oh, this bike is smooth, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god. It's a little windy though, because I don't have a windscreen. That's the only downside to naked bikes. Yeah, traction control is what's kicking in. This bike is fun, bro. It's smooth. Like, even just rolling under the throttle, it's really... What is this guy doing? Get a little walk around real quick of the CB750 to 2025. It's a stock exhaust! Hey, rev yours, rev it. Yeah, a little walk around. She looks pretty slick, I'm not gonna lie. Not as slick as the 1000. But for a little 750 sport bike coming in at $8,000, there's really no complaints at all. Oh, that auto blip is so nice. This thing has got a lot of low end torque. This would make for a great just grocery getter, around the town commuter, kind of just having fun, dude. This is the perfect bike for that. The traction, bro, the traction. That's insane, I'm not gonna lie. I just barely cracked the throttle and it comes up like that. That's insane, bro. What is this guy doing?
I don't know.
Holy gravel. Good luck. You're done for, buddy. Let's go! Dude, let's go, baby. We made it to the lake. This is Blue Springs Lake. We're on the CB750. As you guys know, that's the title of the video. That's the thumbnail. That's all we've been talking about. All we've been riding. So now we're going to do a little breakdown. I'm going to take this helmet off, take this gear off. We're going to get my buddy Alex over here. We're going to get his camera out. And we're going to start talking about this CB750 right here.
So you guys just saw a little breakdown of what this bike is like on the road. And now, like I said, we were going to pull over and kind of talk about the bike. And starting off, this is the 2025 Honda CB750. This is a 750cc parallel twin engine coming in around 83 horsepower. Basically with this bike, there's not a whole lot to it. It is just a naked 750cc sport bike. You do get all the fancy electronics. So you get the auto blip, you get the quick shifter, you get the traction control and the power modes, engine brake control. You get all the fancy stuff, as well as this big fancy TFT display on the front. You obviously have a gear indicator, fuel gauge. So starting off with the front end of the CB750 right here, the front end got a redesign and it looks absolutely aggressive. I love the look of this. Looks a little bit better than the 1000, but for the 1000, I like the tail end a little bit better. So it's kind of pros and cons to each. Obviously this is all opinionated because it's looks. So you do get dual rotor brake system up front. They are just Nissan calipers and rotors. So nothing too fancy. You don't get the Brimbos on a bike like this. Coming in at $8,000 is something you can't really beat. This bike is really torquey, especially it's full of low end torque. Other than that, there's obviously not much to it. in the rear, you can see they have the ring here. You have your ABS and traction control. If you don't know, this is kind of one way you can tell if a bike has ABS or traction control, is this ring with the lines through here. If it's just in the rear, it's most likely just traction control. But if you have it in the front too, that's one way you can tell that there's ABS. Other than that though, the rear looks really slick. You do have these, you do have this nice fancy winglet arrow styled rear cowl, which I'm sure actually does a decent job. So getting straight into the top end of the bike, if I turn the key on, there's really not much to it. Like I said, this bike is pretty straightforward. You have your stop, start, and hazards button down here. So with a newer bike, a lot of the newer bikes have hazards. That's something that you're going to want. Here's your blinkers, your horn, and your D-pad right here, as well as your mode button and your brights. Getting into the dash display, if you go over one, you have 3 options off the bat. This is getting into your trips and your average speed, your miles per gallon, stuff like that. This shows you your power, your engine brake traction, so it's in rain mode, so that's a preset essentially for the rain mode. And if you cycle through the modes, you go through user 1, user 2, standard, sport, rain, and so yeah, that's all the modes that you can do. You use the D-pad to go back. The second option is trip A and trip B, and then your trip reset is at the bottom. Last but not least, you have your settings at the bottom. 4 main settings. Function, display in general. Obviously with function, you have your riding mode, quick shifter, shift point, self-canceling turn signals, and trip A auto reset. That's everything that's under function. Getting into the quick shifter, you can change if you want it hard, medium, or soft, or completely off, and that's for up and down. So you can really personalize this to your liking. Shift point you can also change, as well as self-canceling turn signals. Going into the display, if you look at the display type, you have the bar, circle, and simple. Pretty straightforward. You have 3 different options. With the brightness, there's auto and manual, where you can turn the brightness up yourself. Now the background, this is where you can change from white to black, which is kind of cool. I went ahead and already swapped this bike over to black. And then with the favorite info, you can change these to exactly what you want, whether you want trip A, trip B, average speed, anything like that. You can kind of mix and match to make the display and tune it to your liking. So next up is getting into general. You have date and time, unit language, restore to default Bluetooth pairing reset. Yes, this bike does come with Bluetooth pairing, which is something really cool. A lot of these newer bikes come with. All this stuff is pretty straightforward. And then getting into the service, you have maintenance, equipment, system information. So obviously with maintenance, you have periodic maintenance, your oil change, battery voltage, water temp warning info. Pretty straightforward, but this bike has a lot of different settings that you can go through and really figure something out about your bike or fine tune it to your liking. Other than that though, that's a pretty straightforward breakdown of the 25 CB750. Other than riding it, that's everything that comes on the bike and comes with the bike. So if this is a bike you would get, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. Would you get this bike? I've been riding for the past 3 years, going on 4 years now. This is still a bike I would add to my collection. I have 2-liter bikes, I have a Grom, I have an e-bike, and this is a bike I could still see myself having a lot of fun on. Being an around town, just commuter, kind of having some fun, going out to pop some wheelies. It's got a lot of low end torque, so if you're not one to start up that liter bike, and you just kind of want something to kind of hop on and have some fun, this is definitely the bike for you.
Let's go, baby. We are back here at Dell's Power Sports, back with the CB750. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the moto vlog with this bike. Here's our buddy Alex, our cameraman, aka Media by Enzo. We're standing in front of Honda Dell's right now. The other store is over there. This is their Honda powerhouse side of things, where they carry everything Honda, from side-by-sides to sport bikes to ATVs. They've got it. I'm going to take this helmet off, take this gear off, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this bike right here, my opinions, and then we're going to continue on with the day.
All right, so I just took this Honda CB750 out for a ride, and real quick, I just want to give you guys my thoughts on this bike right here, coming from a liter bike owner. So not only was this bike a lot of fun, it's got a lot of low-end torque, tons of mid-range torque, and honestly, surprisingly enough, I had way more fun than I thought on this bike. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy the breakdown involving the 2025 Honda CB750. I covered a lot of the bike, from specs to opinions to how it rides. Let me know down below, will this be one of your next bikes? Did you learn something new about the bike or anything like that? Let me know. Other than that though, that officially wraps up the ride segment with the CB750 right here. Here at Dell's Power Sports in Grain Valley. Like I said, we were at the Honda store. Shout out these guys. If it wasn't for these guys, this wouldn't be possible. Neither would the ZX10 video, and neither would any future videos. So stay tuned. If you guys like content like this, let me know, comment down below your thoughts. Yeah, that officially kind of wraps up the CB750. So in the meantime, I'll see you guys in another one, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.